The alarm lights flared crimson across the medical bay as the blast doors slammed shut. "Clear the way," the medic screamed, his feet skidding across the polished deck with a silver case clutched to his chest. His frills were flared in panic, his eyes locked on the patient lying on the gurney. The patient was human, male. From Earth he'd been exposed to a poison, a lethal one. Irreversible, at least according to every single medical database in the entire Galactic Union. Commander Threx clicked his mandibles nervously, watching the human convulse. The restraints holding him down groaned under the strain. "How long does he have?" Threx asked, his voice tight. The medic didn't even slow down. "Seconds. The venom is a Class 7 neurotoxin. Even our antidote only works if it's administered immediately." He vaulted over a fallen tray, slid to the human's side, and cracked open the case. Inside was a single injector, glowing with a faint blue light. "Hold him still." The medic barked to the nurses, but before anyone could even move, the human stopped convulsing. A heavy silence fell over the room, broken only by the hum of the ship. Then, impossibly, the human smacked his lips. He muttered, his voice a little hoarse. "Yeah, that's definitely got a kick." Every single alien in the bay froze. The medic just stared, his multi-lidded eyes wide. What? The human slowly, casually, lifted his right hand. A thick, black venom coated his fingers, still sizzling faintly where it touched the air. He examined it thoughtfully for a moment, and then, he licked his fingers clean. Commander Threx shrieked, leaping back a full meter. "By the void, relax," the human said, wiping his mouth on the edge of the gurney's blanket. "I've had worse." The medic's injector, the one containing the priceless antidote, clattered to the floor. You just ingested a measured dose of Krellick's widow venom," the medic whispered, his voice trembling. "That substance paralyzes the nervous system, shuts down all respiratory function, and liquefies internal organs." The human blinked. "Oh well, that explains the tingling." Suddenly, the medical scanners went absolutely wild, beeping and flashing. "Impossible," the medic breathed, frantically checking the readings on his datapad. "Your vitals, they're stabilizing. The toxin is being metabolized." The human shrugged as much as the restraints would allow. "Yeah, my body does that sometimes." Commander Threx leaned forward, his curiosity overriding his terror. "You were injected with that venom during the boarding action. We all saw you collapse." "Didn't collapse," the human corrected him. "I sat down really fast," the medic stammered, pointing a shaky claw at the human. "But no species can survive Krellick's venom. Even just touching it requires a full biohazard containment suit." The human just grinned. "Well, don't tell the Krellicks that. They charge extra for it." A nervous chuckle rippled through the room for a second, then died out as the medic pulled up the human's file. "Oh, stars," the medic whispered. "What is it?" Threx demanded. The medic turned the screen so everyone could see. It was a partial list from the human's resistance profile. It read, cyanide, tolerable in trace amounts, capsaicin, voluntary ingestion, ethanol, recreational, botulinum toxin, cosmetic use, venom species dependent, with variable effects. The room went dead silent again. Threx said slowly, "You consume poisons on purpose." The human nodded. "Builds character. Also immunity." The medic sagged against the wall, looking defeated. "The antidote. It's completely unnecessary." "Good," the human said cheerfully. "That stuff looked expensive." One of the junior nurses finally found her voice. "Why you licked your fingers?" "Did I?" the human asked innocently. "Waste not, want not." Commander Threx stared at him, his mandibles trembling. "You are aware that the Krellicks consider that venom a sacred weapon, right? A single drop is enough to kill an entire battle tank crew." The human's eyes lit up with genuine interest. "Seriously, because I think I got some under my nails." Every alien in the room took a synchronized step back. The medic swallowed hard. "Human, what exactly are you?" The human leaned back, testing the restraints as the last traces of the venom vanished from his bloodstream. "Re the species that evolved on a planet where basically everything wants to kill us," he said casually. "Plants, animals, microbes, even the atmosphere." Sometimes he smiled, showing far too many teeth for comfort. "So we adapted." The red alarm lights finally dimmed. The crisis was over. But nobody in the room felt any relief. As the medic slowly gathered his unused antidote, he whispered to Commander Threx, "We need to update the medical protocols." Threx just nodded numbly. Across the bay, the human called out, "Hey Doc." The medic flinched. "Yes, next time," the human said, "bring snacks." Almost worked up an appetite, and for the first time in recorded galactic history, the official medical report ended with a handwritten note. Do not administer antidotes to humans without explicit confirmation that they want them, because sometimes the poison was never the real danger. The human was. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the galactic frontier. See you next time.